History of ChatGPT. The story of ChatGPT is not just about technology, it's about curiosity, imagination, and the dream of teaching machines how to understand and communicate like humans. It begins with a timeless question that has fascinated scientists, inventors, and storytellers for centuries. Can a machine ever truly talk to us as if it understands us? This idea, once the stuff of science fiction, slowly became reality thanks to decades of research in artificial intelligence, or AI for short. AI is a field of computer science focused on creating machines that can mimic human intelligence. Whether that means solving problems, recognizing patterns, or in this case, understanding language. But language is incredibly complex. Every word we say depends on tone, context, intention, and culture. Teaching a computer to not just hear words but truly understand meaning is one of the hardest challenges in all of AI. Now enter OpenAI, the organization behind ChatGPT. It was founded in 2015 by a group of tech leaders and researchers, including Elon Musk and Sam Altman, who wanted to ensure that AI would be developed safely and used to benefit all of humanity, not just a few. They believed that AI should be open, transparent, and focused on human good. OpenAI started researching various forms of AI, but one of their biggest breakthroughs came in understanding language through models called transformers. These models were special because, unlike older systems that followed fixed rules, transformers could learn how language works by looking at massive amounts of text, from books, websites, and more. They could begin to predict what word comes next, then what sentence makes sense, and eventually how to write entire essays, poems, stories, or conversations, just like a human would. In 2018, OpenAI released its first model called GPT-1, Generative Pre-trained Transformer. It was like a toddler. It could string sentences together but didn't always make sense. Then came GPT-2 in 2019, which was much smarter. People were amazed at how it could write paragraphs, mimic different writing styles, and answer questions. But OpenAI was careful. They didn't release the full model right away because they worried people might misuse it to spread fake news or spam. Safety was always a top priority. Eventually, when they saw the public using GPT-2 responsibly, they opened it up to the world. Then came GPT-3 in 2020, and that's when everything changed. GPT-3 had been trained on hundreds of billions of words from the internet. It could write essays, solve math problems, code software, give advice, and even tell jokes. It didn't just sound human, it could hold actual conversations. People started to ask, what if we gave this power to everyone in a simple, friendly form? That's when the idea for ChatGPT was born, a chatbot powered by GPT that you could talk to like a virtual assistant, tutor, or friend. And in November 2022, OpenAI launched ChatGPT to the public. The response was explosive. Within days, millions of people were using it to do homework, brainstorm business ideas, write stories, generate code, summarize articles, or simply chat for fun. It felt like a superpower in your pocket. But it wasn't just about power. It was also about trust. OpenAI made sure ChatGPT was trained with reinforcement learning from human feedback, RLHF, which means real humans helped guide it to give better, safer, and more helpful responses. People would rate its answers, correct its mistakes, and teach it to avoid harmful or biased language. That human touch made a big difference. In 2023, OpenAI released GPT-4, which was even smarter and more accurate than GPT-3. GPT-4 could understand images as well as text, solve more complex problems, and respond more precisely to user intentions. ChatGPT was now being used in classrooms, offices, hospitals, and even by governments. It wasn't just a fun tool. It was changing how people learn, work, and communicate. Teachers used it to design lessons. Programmers used it to debug code. Doctors used it to stay informed about medical research. Businesses used it to improve customer service and draft emails. And students used it to learn languages, explore science, and write essays, with a little help, of course. By 2024 and 2025, ChatGPT had evolved into a full digital assistant. It could remember things you told it, help you plan your day, summarize long documents, and even speak to you with a human-like voice. With tools like memory, it could recall your preferences, what tone you like, your favorite writing style, or even facts about your past conversations, making it feel more personal and helpful. And it didn't just exist as a website anymore. ChatGPT could be found in mobile apps, inside web browsers, and even embedded into other programs through APIs. Whether you were a curious student in India, a small business owner in Brazil, or a writer in Kenya, you could use ChatGPT to boost your ideas and learn more about the world. But perhaps the most beautiful part of this journey is the deeper meaning behind ChatGPT's creation. It's not just about chatting with a robot. It's about giving people a tool that respects their curiosity and helps them grow. It's about making knowledge more accessible, breaking down language barriers, simplifying complex topics, and supporting creativity in every form. ChatGPT doesn't replace human intelligence. It amplifies it. It reminds us that, when used wisely, technology can help us become more thoughtful, more expressive, and more connected. Of course, there are still challenges. ChatGPT, like all AI, can make mistakes. It doesn't always know the latest news unless updated, and it can sometimes misunderstand tricky or unclear questions. But the team at OpenAI continues to improve it, adding better safeguards, clearer responses, and stronger ethical guidelines, because they know this technology will shape the future. The goal isn't to make a perfect machine. The goal is to create a helpful companion, one that's guided by human values, learns from its users, and grows alongside us. So the history of ChatGPT is more than a timeline of updates. It's a story of what's possible when science, ethics, and imagination come together. It's a reminder that language is the bridge between minds. And now, thanks to ChatGPT, that bridge stretches farther than ever before, connecting people, ideas, and dreams across the world.